Live from News 24 Studios, this is Election Night 2018. Now reporting, Aaron Price.
And welcome back to election coverage here on News 24, and welcome to News 24 at 10. Tonight, for the first 10 minutes, we are recapping races from around the region and what local candidates are scoring currently. We are going to dive right in. We begin with Illinois governor. Currently out there, J.B. Pritzker is trailing Bruce Rauner, 42%. Bruce Rauner currently with 49% of the vote. We will continue to keep an eye on that. Very surprising this evening in the governor's race. In the general election results tonight, Mike Bost has been confirmed as the Senate leader for the 12th District in the House with 58% of the vote over Brendan Kelly with 39% and Randy Auxier with 3%. Terry Bryant over Marsha Griffin, 60 to 40% for the 115th District. 116th District, David Freese over Costello, 51 to 49%. 117th District, Severin has won over Woolard, 57% over 43%. 87% of the vote in for the 118th District. Windhorst currently leading over Finney, 55% to 45%. In the 59th District, Fowler leading over Webb, 61 to 39. For the First Circuit Judge Moore, Gill over Olson, 60 to 40%. And in the First Circuit Judge Clark, Gott leads over Edmonds, 59% to 41%. Franklin County Sheriff Bartoni leads over Jones, 55% to 45%. Franklin County Treasurer Versalano over Jones, 59% to 41%. Franklin County Board District 2 Pick 2, Miller with 34%, Minor with 29%, Pierce with 22%, and Hobby with 16%. In Pick 2 for District 3, Warren with 37%, Weston with 25%, Melvin with 25%, and Barkley with 13%. For the Hamilton County Sheriff, Lakin with 52% over Crow with 48%. In Hamilton County, for the Hamilton County Clerk, Hopfinger over Butler, 66% to 34%. And the Hamilton County Property Tax Question, 74% voting yes, 26% voting no. In Hardin County, for the Sheriff, Jerry Fricker leading over Austin, 79% to 21%. For the Treasurer, Lamar leading over Lewis, 64% to 36%. Commissioner Williams leading over Cornell, 65% to 35%. And for the Hardin County Gun Sanctuary Question, 90% voted yes, 10% voting no. In Jackson County, for the Jackson County Resident Judge, Silverson over Bost, 56% to 44%. Jackson County Clerk, Wittenborn over Byrd, 53% to 47%. For the Jackson County Treasurer, Johnson over Voorhees, 51% to 49%. Board District 1, Nearing over Corando, 64% over 34%. District 2, Irby's over Brown, 63 to 37%. District 4, Colorado over Bodson and Hellman, 50 to 46 to 4%. District 4, Andres over Whitney, 76 to 24%. And in District 6, Comparado over Kang, 73% to 27%. In Jefferson County, Sheriff Clint Taylor over Jeff Bullard, 50% to 50%. However, Mr. Taylor getting less votes and Bullard winning for the Jefferson County Sheriff. However, I have heard they might be holding a recount in that county for the Sheriff. Jefferson County Treasurer Watt over Allen, 54 to 46. Dreyage over Beach for the Board District 1, 77 over 23. Board District 6, 80 over 20. District 7, 62 over 38. And for the property tax question in Jefferson County, 78% voting yes and 22% voting no. In Johnson County, for the Sheriff, Sobchak with 81% and Daniel Lewis with 19%. For the Commissioner, Taylor over Calachi with 77 and 23. And for the Johnson County Gun Sanctuary Question, 86% voting yes and 14% voting no. No results in for Massac County. In Perry County, Barise over Gothard for the Sheriff, 89% to 11%. For the Treasurer, Kraft over LePay, 68% to 32%. And for the Commissioner, Kelly over Uhay, 98% to 2%. And Pope County, for the Commissioner, Barger over Hudson, 61 to 39. In Pulaski County, the Sheriff, Kern over Michael, 82 to 18. And for the Pulaski County Gun Sanctuary Question, 86 voting yes, 14 voting no. In Saline County, 84% voting no to the public safety sales tax, and 16 voted yes for the Saline County property tax question. 75% voted yes, 25 voted no. Johnson for sheriff gets the lead with 67% over Clore with 33%. For Saline County State's Attorney Molly Wilson Kayazar with 53% over Clark at 47%. For the treasurer, Murray over Gibbs 69-31. For the clerk, Craig over Dunn 57-43. And for the Saline County Board, Williams with 13%, Sherrod with 13%. Also tonight we have Russell and Porter with 11%. And the next four, which would be Tolley, Stroud, Oglesby, and McAllen with 8%. 6% currently on Hodson, and the rest with 5%, Travelstead, Taborn, and Strickland. In Union County, for the Union County Clerk, Lance and Vonda. Lance currently with 56% of the vote, 44% going to Vonda. For the Treasurer, Leah Burns over John L. Hughey, 61%-39%. Commissioner seat A, Pitts, Waller, and Adams, 50, 43, and 7. Seat C for the Commissioner, Gold over Starr, 59-41, and seat D, Miller over Sadowski, 53-47. Finally tonight in Williamson County, the Circuit Judge Palmer, Stephen Green over Lawler, 54-46. Circuit Judge Smoot, Sanders over Hall, 64-36. For the Williamson County Sheriff, Benny Vick edging it out again, 54% over Barter with 46%. And finally, for the Williamson County Commissioner, Marlowe edging out Wright, 67%. to 33%. Currently in the race for Illinois governor tonight, as I mentioned, Bruce Rauner still leading J.B. Pritzker 49%-42%, and currently taking a look at the U.S. midterm election for the House. Democrats currently have a score of 115, now up to 116, and Republicans now with a score of 100. And in the Senate, Democrats with 34, the Republicans now up to 45. Much more local news, sports, and weather is next on News 24 at 10. But first, here's your Fox News update. Alexa, Fox News update.
In Fox News. This is a Fox News alert. Big news for Democrats. I'm Lisa Lacera. The Fox News Decision Desk can now project that Democrats will take control of the House of Representatives for the first time in 8 years, dealing a major setback to President Trump's legislative agenda and giving fresh hope to liberals who want to investigate and perhaps even impeach the president. Some races, though, this midterm election have yet to be decided, including some in Florida. Fox's Evan Brown has more live in Miami.
Yeah, Lisa, two key races here in Florida have most of their ballots counted, but not all. Outgoing Governor Rick Scott, a Republican, has a razor-thin lead over incumbent Democratic Senator Bill Nelson. Similarly, Republican Ron DeSantis has a hair lead over Democratic candidate Andrew Gillum in the gubernatorial race, but both are still too close to call. Florida, however, is the site of at least two conversions in the House of Representatives. The seat occupied by Republican Ileana Ross-Lehtinen, who is retiring, now goes to Democrat Donna Shalala. Republican incumbent Carlos Curbelo is defeated by Democratic challenger Debbie Merkesel-Powell. Lisa.
Thanks, Evan. Senate races have been called in several other states this midterm election. Fox's Steve Rappaport has more live.
Lisa, one of the most conservative Democrats in the Senate stays put. The Fox News Decision Desk projecting Joe Manchin of West Virginia will defeat Republican Patrick Morrissey. In New Jersey, Senate Democrat Bob Menendez scores another term in a victory over Republican Bob Hugin. Senate Republicans keep a seat in Tennessee with Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn defeating Democrat Phil Bredesen. The GOP flipping a seat in Indiana, businessman Mike Braun ousting incumbent Joe Donnelly. And a Senate race in Utah was a foregone conclusion. Former Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney crushing Democrat Jenny Wilson. Lisa?
Steve, in Mississippi's special Senate election, the Fox News Decision Desk can now project that none of the four candidates will win tonight because none garnered 50% of the vote. This is Fox News.
As the leader in best-in-class operations, Delta Airlines is honored to partner with the U.S. military to perform maintenance on military aircraft. Visit DeltaTakingAction.com to see more ways Delta is helping to make the world a smaller, more connected place.
In addition to the House and Senate races, several states holding contests for governor. Fox's Tanya J. Powers breaks it down live.
Lisa, high turnout in Georgia where a state judge ordered voting hours extended in a few Atlanta precincts. Now, Democrat Stacey Abrams is taking on Republican Brian Kemp, who is the current Secretary of State in the governor's race there. Meanwhile, the Illinois governor's seat has flipped to Democrat, with voters choosing billionaire J.B. Pritzker over incumbent Republican Governor Bruce Rauner, who urged unity in his concession speech.
I encourage all of us to put aside partisan politics, to put aside rancor and hard feelings. Now is the time to move forward.
Pritzker becomes the richest governor in U.S. history, Lisa.
Thanks, Tanya. Virginia officials and some state lawmakers say they have been briefed at the head of the state's Economic Development Office that Amazon is considering splitting its second headquarters, but they've not made a decision. They say there's a strong likelihood Amazon will pick Crystal City in Northern Virginia as one of its sites. There's also talk they're considering Queens, New York. Another bank reporting a data breach.
HSBC Bank is revealing that some of its customers' accounts were hacked in October. That breach may have exposed customer account numbers, cash balances, transaction histories, as well as names, addresses, and dates of birth. The lender believes the hack affected less than 1% of its customers. Those customers are being offered a year of free credit monitoring and identity theft protection services. It's not clear if the hackers tried to make use of that stolen data. Rich Dennison, Fox News.
Duncan Hines recalling 2.4 million boxes of cake mix due to a link to salmonella. The recall includes classic white, classic butter golden, signature confetti, and classic yellow varieties. Most of the boxes have an expiration date of March of 2019. I'm Lisa Lacera, and this is Fox News.
Alexa, stop. results from across the region. Now, I know the text might be a little bit hard for you to see, but I'm going to break it down as best for you as I can right now. However, we're going to start with the 8 major races in our region. We began with the 12th district.